welcome to a session on thesis writing. Let us talk of some thesis elements. This session is going to have a quick roundup of what are the points we must focus while drafting a thesis and documenting it in the proper way. Today I am with you to welcome with 3 organized work of research that was considered worth publishing by renowned publishers of India. First thesis in my hand is entitled Thrice Born Nymph, Female Poetics in Ellen Walton. This thesis talks of feminist movements. Ellen Walton was considered as propounder of feminism, and this thrice born nymphs symbolically marks the 3 waves of feminist movement: struggle for existence, struggle for identity, and struggle for empowerment that indicates thrice born, 3 births in the life of feminist movement. I have another work in my hand that was again published. It's a research work by Dr. Ankur Gupta, and the title of the work is Different States of Consciousness in Poetry of P.B. Shelley, Percy Bysshe Shelley. I have another work done by Dr. Dalveer Singh Gehlawat ji, and the title is indicating action and motion inside itself, turmoil and turn, differences before change, disturbances before change. In the turmoil and turn, women in Shashi Deshpande's novels. Why do I talk about these 3 works? Reason being, a thesis is considered as pioneering work in the particular field. If something original, something genuine, something innovative is there, only it will be considered worth publishing. But the major part behind all that is how we are going to organize the data that we collected, researched, processed, and concluded, reached to the conclusion. For that systematic organization of that research work, we come to thesis writing, and here we are to discuss how to make a well-documented, well-organized, researched thesis. It is important that you do original work, original research while conducting your thesis, but it is more important that you make it in a presentable form, and that becomes the soul of technical writing. That becomes the soul of technical presentation in writing. How we are going to present our drafts and how we are going to organize it. For that purpose, when we look at thesis element, we notice that thesis element can be divided into 3 big segments, major segments, namely front matter, main text, and end matter. Let us look at the content of front matter. What front matter should have? So for the first time, the foremost thing is required: title page. As we look at the title page of these works, they are having The exact title, Turmoil and Turn, Women in Sasi Deshpande's novels. And they are, one thesis is having on title page the researcher's name. Another work is having again name of the title, different states of consciousness in the poetry of P.B. Shelley, and author, name of the author. Similarly, the third book is also having Thrice Born New. So, Female Poetics in Ellen Showalter by Dr. Mahima Singh. When we look at the title should be crisp, indicative, and title is like a nail on which the whole calendar is to be hanged. The whole work is to be presented. That's why title becomes most important part, phase of the whole work. Then there comes declaration. Researcher must declare that whatsoever work he has done is authentic, original, factual, finding of his own research. When we talk of declaration certificate, next point of the front matter, then certificate, his work must be authenticated, validated, certified by appropriate authority. One authority must validate, like the super certificate by supervisor or certificate by concerned department, concerned university, that this is original work done by Mr. So and so and to the best of the knowledge of that fellow. Then there come preface. Preface provides the background knowledge of the work. The background status in which the work started, and then it delineates with that what existing knowledge is, what hypothesis is considered by the author, and how and in what direction he is going to lead his research work. Then there comes abstract. What is abstract? In managerial field, in management, abstract is also known as executive summary. Abstract is different from summary. Abstract can be independently bound, separately submitted. Summary cannot be quoted, cited, and independently produced, but abstract is an authentic document of the research. That's why it must have all concrete information along with well compound, well by beginning, compact, middle, and end. That is summary, executive summary, but it is entirely different from summary, as summary cannot stand independently, abstract can. Then there comes acknowledgements. What is acknowledgement? We as human beings or as researchers, we take supports and help from a lot many sources. So it is our high and prime duty to acknowledge the sources, to be thankful and thankfully say that I am thankful to the source from where I got some help, maybe in the form of academics or maybe in the form of data collection, compilation, processing, or even sometime in the form of reaction. So whatsoever support we are receiving, we must be thankful to that source and we must acknowledge that source, as the credit must be given to the person or place or university or library from where the credit is due. Then table of contents, page numbering should be correct, and table of contents should be organized in that way. Then there comes the eighth part of front matter, that is list of figures. How many figures, data used from other sources, from your sources, you must acknowledge the resource, give main source, and then list of symbols. All these things, what kind of symbols are used, and all that must be very, very organized. Let us move to the main text of our thesis. how to document the main text. Front matter is over, main text and end matter. While talking of main text, one must be focusing first part, chapterization. In how many chapters the thesis is to be broken. Then sections and subsections. Each chapter should be clearly aligned with some sections and subsections should be well linked with section and section should be well linked with the chapter. Logical cohesion must be there. Then there is caption. For any figure, any table, what kind of caption, what should be the title of that? That must be mentioned clearly. Headings of table and numbers. Table, how many tables are there used there? How many data is mentioned there? That must be in serial order. It should be clearly mentioned. It should not be vague. Then there comes references and appendices as a part of main text. Each chapter must have references. What kind of references is there? References are mostly the list of works cited. If direct citations are there, like suppose that any research is being done and prior data is there, so that must be referred. That must be referred to. Like somebody has taken, I would like to read a reference line from any of the work given here as the part of published work. Let us have a look how references are being compiled or how should it be mentioned. Like, see, I am reading one reference from this published work on T.B. Shelley, and while referring to, there will be primary sources with page number. See, there is a book referred by the author Das Kamla. First name is Kamla Das, but in referring we will write last name first, the title name first, Das Kamla. The Descendants, Calcutta, published from the place Calcutta, Writers Workshop 1967. Then there is a book, M.H. Abram is the author. Abram will come first, M.H. a glossary of literary terms. Book is published from Singapore, Thomson, Asia in the year 2003. So that way, referencing should be page number 1 to 10. Nowadays, latest trend is that references are known as works cited. Earlier, there was a different name for references as footnotes. So there are three names for that. In old tradition, footnotes. In new tradition, endnotes or references. And finally, new name for references, list of works cited. Then there comes references, bibliography or appendices. After bibliography, appendices. Appendices are list of words attached as addenda, as extraordinary material to refer to that may have. And there is one more thing I would like to add over here after main body. That is, some critical word, abbreviation or something that is not explained inside, the list can be furnished after the main body. Let us move to the end matter. Third major part of thesis is end matter, and that is appendices, references and list of symbols and annexes. Clear? So while talking appendices, what we are going to add there, even not only that, there is something as that is called indexing. Indexes will be there. What indexes do? In table of content, we cannot put all major parts and divisions as different chapters, and that is why that indexing is there, and as appendices it is added, and then there comes references. References again for the last chapter, for overall chapter, and then list of symbols, how many symbols are listed, used there, and finally annexer. What additional things are being added to that research work? Thus ends the thesis element. But let us look at finally what is the order of the thesis. The whole work is done, front matter is there, main body is there, main text is there, end matter is there. How we should organize finally before making it or producing it in the bounded form. So that order of the thesis should be, it must have a title page, certificate of from the department, then our university, then dedication page, then acknowledgement, then preface, then table of content. This front matter will be organized this way. Then there will be a main body, list of after main body compilation, list of figures, illustrations, thesis chapters and appendices. After thesis chapters, appendices, then 10 serially 10 number will be references and list of symbols again. And finally, bibliography. What is bibliography? Bibliography means list of works consulted. There are two things, list of works cited, that is reference, and list of works consulted. How they are different? If I am compiling this thesis, I am taking a few lines from this work directly. Means I am referring to this book in this particular work. So if I am using 2-3 lines, I must mention which chapter, which page, which line I have borrowed from this book. And then that will be the list of reference. Means directly citation from a particular book will be there. But in bibliography, if I have gone through this book, I have studied in the process of my research, but I have not directly used this in my research work, means that is the part of bibliography, list of works, books consulted but not directly cited. So that is the bibliography exact meaning. Thank you. Thanks for your patience here.